The Chengdu J-10C, or Vigorous Dragon, is China's answer to modern air combat. A single-engine, multi-role fighter with delta wings and canards for agility. It's often compared to the American F-16, but the J-10C is a product of China's decades-long push to rival Western aviation. Its AESA radar is a game-changer, letting pilots track multiple targets with precision and resist jamming. The glass cockpit and digital displays streamline pilot workload, while the jet's arsenal includes long-range PL-15 missiles and precision-guided bombs. The J-10C isn't just a weapon, it's a key export, helping China expand its influence and defense industry. By offering a capable, affordable alternative to Western jets, China is building new military partnerships. Pakistan's purchase is proof of its credibility. Now, Iran is eyeing the J-10C, a move that could shift the Middle East's military balance. Years of sanctions have left Iran's air force outdated. Acquiring the J-10C would be a dramatic upgrade. This potential deal has global powers watching closely, raising questions about regional stability and shifting alliances. The J-10C's story is about more than hardware, it's about changing the rules of power in the 21st century. For Iran, it's a chance to leap forward technologically and strategically. For China, it's a demonstration of its growing reach in global arms markets. The J-10C's entry into Iran's arsenal would mark a new era for both countries. It's not just an arms deal, it's a signal of evolving alliances. The world is watching as the Vigorous Dragon prepares to take flight in new skies. The implications go far beyond the cockpit. This is the dawn of a new chapter in military aviation and geopolitics. Iran's Air Force is a relic. Its core fighters are American F-14S, F-4S, and F-5S from the 1970s. Decades of embargoes have forced Iran to improvise, reverse engineer parts, and keep these aging jets flying against the odds. Despite upgrades, a 50-year-old airframe can't match the modern fighters of Israel or Saudi Arabia. Iran also operates a handful of old Russian MiG-29S and Chinese F-7S, but these are outdated too. The result is a large but fragile fleet, plagued by maintenance headaches and low readiness. Pilots and mechanics juggle parts and systems from 3 countries, many out of production. On paper, Iran has hundreds of fighters. In reality, few are truly combat ready. In a real conflict, Iran's pilots would face overwhelming odds, flying slower jets with inferior radars and weapons. This museum in the sky is why Iran is desperate for modern aircraft. The IRIAF knows it can't defend the country with relics. Modernization isn't just a wish, it's a necessity for survival. The J-10C represents a chance to finally close the gap. Without new jets, Iran's air force risks irrelevance. The clock is ticking for Iran's flying museum. The search for a modern solution is more urgent than ever. Iran's regional rivals, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Israel, fly cutting-edge jets like the F-15SA and F-35. Iran's F-4S and F-5S are hopelessly outclassed, creating a dangerous imbalance. The 2020 end of the UN arms embargo gave Iran a rare window to rearm. While Russia's Su-35 was considered, China's J-10C offered modern tech at a more accessible price. For Iran, this isn't just about defense, it's about national pride and projecting strength. Modern jets would signal resilience and progress, boosting morale at home and sending a message abroad. The IRIAF's old fleet is a logistical nightmare, with scarce parts and safety concerns. New J-10Cs would bring reliable supply chains and modern maintenance, transforming readiness. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a lifeline for Iran's air force. The J-10C could restore operational credibility and deterrence. For Iran, modernization is about survival and status. The stakes couldn't be higher. Iran and China's partnership has deepened, driven by mutual interests and shared opposition to US influence. China needs Iranian energy and a foothold for its Belt and Road Initiative. Iran needs a powerful ally against sanctions. Their 25-year cooperation agreement promises massive Chinese investment and discounted oil, with a strong military component. Joint naval drills and past arms deals have paved the way for deeper defense ties. The J-10C sale is the next logical step, moving from naval to advanced aerial cooperation. China is one of the few powers willing to sell Iran modern arms, undeterred by US pressure. For Beijing, it's a strategic move to challenge US dominance and expand its defense industry. For Iran, China is the only viable source for the technology it needs. This alliance is reshaping the region's military landscape. The J-10C is a quantum leap for Iran's Air Force. Its AESA radar can track more targets farther and with better resistance to jamming than anything Iran currently fields. The PL-15 missile, with a range over 200 kilometers, lets Iranian pilots threaten enemy aircraft and high-value assets from afar. Precision-guided bombs give Iran new ground attack options with minimal collateral damage. The glass cockpit and helmet-mounted display modernize pilot experience, boosting situational awareness and combat effectiveness. For Iranian pilots used to 1970s tech, this is a revolution. The deal likely includes training, logistics, and spare parts, solving chronic maintenance woes. Chinese support would keep the fleet ready and effective. The J-10C isn't just a new jet, it's a gateway to modern air warfare. It brings Iran into a new era of capability and confidence. The impact will be felt far beyond the runway. For Iran, the J-10C is a strategic statement, not just a new fighter. Its arrival boosts deterrence, signaling to rivals and the US that any attack would come at a higher cost. The J-10C's long-range missiles force adversaries to rethink their assumptions about air superiority. Domestically, the deal is a propaganda victory, proof that Iran can break isolation and modernize. Internationally, it marks Iran's return as a serious regional power. The J-10C's multi-role flexibility gives Iran new options: air superiority, precision strikes, and power projection in the Gulf. This is a leap from a defensive to a dynamic force. The deal could pave the way for more advanced Chinese systems, drones, air defenses, even naval assets. The J-10C is a gateway, not an endpoint. It marks the start of a new era for Iran's military. The implications will ripple across the region. This is the beginning of a strategic transformation. The J-10C sale alarms Washington and its Middle Eastern allies. For the US, it threatens decades of efforts to keep Iran militarily contained. Israel, long dominant in the skies, now faces a more capable Iranian adversary with long-range missiles. Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE worry the gap is narrowing, fueling a new arms race. The J-10C gives Iran credible offensive options, raising the stakes for regional infrastructure and military planning. China's move challenges US influence, strengthening the Iran-China-Russia axis. The deal is more than an arms sale, it's a geopolitical statement. The Middle East's military balance is shifting. Every actor must now recalculate their strategies. The era of uncontested air superiority is ending. The Iran-China J-10C deal is a turning point with global consequences. For Iran, it's proof that resistance to Western pressure can pay off, validating its "look to the east" strategy. For China, it's both a commercial win and a strategic play to expand influence in the Middle East. The deal challenges US dominance and accelerates the shift to a multipolar world. It will likely trigger more arms sales and military buildups, raising the risk of miscalculation. The J-10C's arrival redraws the region's military map, giving Iran new confidence and forcing rivals to adapt. It's a symbol of shifting alliances and rising Chinese power. The consequences will echo far beyond Iran's borders. This is not just about jets, it's about the future of global security. The Middle East is entering a new, more contested era. The world is watching what happens next. Iran's J-10C deal is a landmark, ending decades of military stagnation. The jet's advanced tech and Chinese backing give Iran a real shot at modernizing its air force. For China, it's a strategic win, bolstering an ally and challenging US dominance. For Iran, it's a leap from obsolescence to relevance. The deal signals a new era of deterrence and national pride. Regional rivals must now rethink their strategies. The vigorous dragon in Iranian skies is a symbol of a changing world. The Middle East's balance of power will never be the same.